Go. And we're back to another episode of It's That Easy. Today we're going to talk about our picks from the NFL from Week 7. Had some pretty good picks. I think we made some pretty good money. As always, I have my co-host, Big Peso Dean. What's up, Dean? How you doing?
What's up, partner?
All right. Yeah, watch that partner stuff, man.
Yeah.
So here's a quick recap of what we did on the weekend there. As you can see, we got some W's in there. But here's the thing: when you do a parlay, you have to win both. Well, at least if you do it per game, and if you don't win both, you actually lose. But I did put the W's on the ones that we hit from the parlay. I know you had some pretty good parlays. Well, how did yours go this week?
I hit one good parlay that paid well, and then my teasers paid well. I only had one losing set, so
Did
I
that
think
have the
I'm wrong.
Raiders in it or the
Mm,
Bucks?
mm, the damn Raiders.
Then yeah, that was a bad one. Really called that one bad.
Yeah.
All right, so got something new here. We're gonna try this. All right. Ooh, this is gonna be good. All right, so let's start with the Cowboys and the Redskins. So the Redskins came to town. The Cowboys were actually the underdog, so I took them plus 1.5, and the over under was 55.5. So I took the over, and guess what? The Cowboys covered, and they hit the over. So I was pretty happy with that game. Would you
Nice.
did you have anything on that game?
Only thing I had was the team total in Dallas, and that went over. That was a good play.
Nice. So offense showed up. Man, our receivers are both really good. I feel like if they didn't hit over 100 each one, it was pretty close. I know CD had over 100. Dak threw for, I think he threw for 400 yards. So it was a really good game for us. So, and of course, Daniels went out. So that made it even better for us.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's okay. I'm not wishing anybody harm. But yeah, when he went out and Mariota came in and threw a pick six, I knew that was ours. So
Yeah.
all right, let's go to this Chiefs Raiders game. Let's spend like 2 seconds on this because this is a horrible, horrible pick, horrible game. I did not know the Raiders were that bad, to be honest with you. Any thoughts on that one?
No, I mean the Chiefs are starting to show up. They're starting to be what we expected them to be.
Yep.
Rasheed Rice, wow, man, what a difference maker.
Yeah. Yeah. He scored. I think he scored the first touchdown for him.
He did.
Yeah, I was kind of upset about that, but yeah, and the Raiders just bad. They did call one penalty that I saw in the third quarter when it was 28-0 on the Chiefs, so they could say that the NFL is calling penalties on them. So, oh well. But yeah, horrible game. Let's get off that one. That was terrible. All right, so let's go to the Bucks and the Lions. Man, I fell for it. I was like, yeah, Bucks, they're good. I'm gonna go with those guys. I should have went with the Lions at home. The home team, up to this point, the home teams were doing good, and I did not take them. So
Mike
I
Evans getting Mike Evans getting hurt
yeah,
was a killer for him.
I think they were still doing. They weren't doing great, before that as
No,
well. Lions were 5.5 point favorites, and I went with Tampa Bay, so that was a loss. I did
yeah,
take the under, which was 52.5, and they only scored 33 points. So that was half a win. But when you pay, yeah, I didn't get paid for that one. So
that was one of my bigger plays was the under in that one. I'll take it.
yeah, yeah, that was a good one. And they ran the ball really well. Jamar Gibbs, that guy, he killed. He had one run for 79 yards.
Yeah,
So when that happened, I thought, oh, this is going to be a long night for the Bucks. So let's okay. Here was one of my favorite games: the Colts and the Bolts. Good game. I had the Indy. Indy was for some reason they were the underdogs in this one, so they were 1.5 point dogs, and I took it. And over under was 48.5, and I went the over on that. And I'm pretty sure by the third quarter, I knew that I had won both, and that was a great game. And I'm super impressed with the Colts. Man, their offense
definitely.
is really good, really
They're
good.
clicking. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
clicking. I played 8 teasers on Sunday, and I try not to do this. I preach not to do this, but I did it. And the Colts were um, they had a part in five of my teasers.
yeah, I could see that, and that's why you did so well this weekend. Yep. I
Yeah,
bet. Yeah.
I had a straight play on the over, and then yeah, it was nice.
And the only thing I got out of this the Chargers part of it, was that Herbert is my fantasy quarterback, and you see how he had a pretty good second half, so I think he got me over 40 points in fantasy. So not only did I win money, but my quarterback in fantasy went off. So that's a win-win-win there. So
It
yeah.
is, yeah.
So I'm looking forward. I hope that the Colts do well the rest of the season because I'm kind of tired of seeing Buffalo and Kansas City in the playoffs all the time. So
Yeah, after week two, I played one of the futures for the Colts to win it all, and then I guess last week or the week before, I added to it.
yeah, I bet you now they're getting higher up where
Oh yeah, the
they're
odds are
yeah,
definitely coming
the
down.
odds
I'm
are
not sure
going
what
in
they
their
are this
favor.
week. But
Yeah. Here's let's go to this game. Another Monday night horrible game. Seattle took care of business, which I actually picked Seattle. They were 3.5 point favorites. The over under was 41.5, and I took both the under and Seattle. Won with Seattle, lost with the under. I didn't know the Texans would score trash touchdowns there at the end.
yeah,
Because when I went to bed, not gonna lie, I went to bed at halftime. It was 14-6. I said, "Yeah, I got this." Woke up in the middle of the night, realized, yeah, I lost. I was pretty pissed, but
yeah,
whatever.
that was one of my teaser wins. I had a 7 point teaser on that one. I teased the side and I brought the total down.
Yeah, that was a
So
good choice
yeah,
there. You had the over.
and
You brought it down and took the over.
yeah, I played
Yeah.
over 34.
Yep. Yep.
And on this game, you actually could have teased either side and still won.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could have taken the Texans plus double digits, or just like I did, take Seattle plus points at home.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't. I should have taken that advice. I should have asked you.
hmm,
Gotten some financial advice from you there.
come
So.
on.
All right. In the last game, this is actually the first game of Sunday in London, which they always say. Well, they say that most of those games in London they hit the under. So I took the under and I took the Rams with the 2.5 points. The Rams covered, and thank goodness they barely did it, but they did get the under. The under was 44.5, and they scored 42. So, and,
I thought no Puka
yep,
would
yep,
would kill them. Devontae said, "Hey man, remember me?"
yeah. And
And he,
Stafford is on a roll, man. That guy is like in the zone. So
yeah,
yeah, he killed it. And you know what's crazy? Jacksonville had multiple chances. I could think they were inside the 20, and instead of going for field goals, they ended up just losing it on four downs.
yeah, it was
And so
stupid.
yeah, they were shut out for 3 quarters, man. That was
It was
ridiculous.
stupid. Fourth and goal from the 12, or fourth and 10 from the 20. Get three.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And so the over under, so they were at 42. The over under was 44. Jacksonville ended the game on the Rams 10-yard line. Gave it up
mm,
on downs again. So they were about to score, and I was thinking, I thought I had it in the bag in the third quarter. By the fourth quarter, I was sweating it, but good old Jacksonville turning it over again on 4 downs. Got the
reliable.
win. Yeah, for the W. So,
Yeah,
yeah, pretty good week, man. Pretty good week there.
yeah.
Oh,
I'd played around with teasers the last, I don't know, 7 or 8 years, and lost more than I won.
yeah.
Then just this year, just went to changing my analytical stuff, looking at more math, looking at more of the formulas, looking at some of the AI formulas, and how they get to where how they get there. And shit, I mean, we're 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 up
Yeah.
we're up 31 units now after 3 weeks.
You
So
say we. That's not me. You're up. I might have to play that those analytics there myself.
I know it.
So speaking of analytics, let's quick preview on what we're going to talk about. Um, Before I think we'll do this on Thursday. I'll post
All
this
right.
on Thursday. But yeah, so here's some of the games we'll look at, and these aren't the exact ones. If you want to add one, Dean, I just threw some out there, but
Yeah.
hopefully people are looking at these, and they'll also put some picks out. But Cowboys are going to Denver, which makes me nervous because we haven't beaten Denver since 1995. That's a terrible stat. And I am glad Denver's picked to win because that makes me feel a little better. If the Cowboys are picked to win, That would be for sure we'd lose that one. So, and that over under, I kind of like that because you saw what Denver did to the Giants. I mean, they put up 30 points like in the fourth quarter. So I think, I'm not gonna give the pick now, but I do like that number.
Definitely.
What do you got? Well, you got anything about these games coming up?
Not yet.
Okay. I picked Washington and Kansas City, but then I remembered that it's gonna be Mariota, so that's gonna be pretty crappy. So I hadn't put the line out there on there yet, so we may change it just because that's gonna be a bad game. I do want to see Jackson Dart and Scadaboo play against the Eagles again. I think the Eagles will be out for revenge because 2 weeks ago they beat the Eagles in New York. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
gonna be pretty good.
that 6.5 is an interesting number. I hope it
It
goes up
is.
another half.
It is. It definitely is. But I mean, and the Eagles, I don't want to give them any credit, but they did go to Minnesota and they beat Minnesota. It was Carson Wentz, but they still beat Minnesota. So I think, yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a good game for the Giants, but we'll see. Maybe I'll bet more of the over under on that one. Here's an ugly one. Well, could be ugly, but because I think this is a division game. This Tennessee and the Colts, like that could turn out a little different. That's a lot of points for the Colts. I know everybody's excited that the Colts are doing well.
Right.
A lot of points, man, but it's at home, so I don't know. But division opponents, right? That's a tough one to
Definitely.
pick. San Francisco Texans. Yeah, it's no secret that I can't stand the 49ers. I can't stand the Texans either, but I can't stand the 49ers more. So kind of hoping the Texans pull this out. But I didn't put the line out yet, but we'll put the line out and do that pick next week. And then Green Bay uh, goes to try and beat up on Aaron Rodgers, old man Rodgers. What do you think? Any thoughts on these before we end the stream?
No, I mean there's definitely some teaser potential here.
Oh, for sure,
Uh,
for sure, yeah,
I mean Philly minus 6.5. What about New York plus 19.5?
yeah, true, true,
I mean, how do you not take that?
yeah, yeah. And I mean,
Uh,
Dart and they've been scoring points, so yeah, it's not beyond them to put up some points on them.
Indy
So
minus 14.5 is a lot, but what about Indy minus 1.5 to win at home?
yeah, yeah, that's a well, yeah. The only thing, but you have to parlay them, or it doesn't pay, right? As
Right.
much, yeah.
Yeah.
And would you do like one game, or would you do multiple teams?
I'll probably do 3 or 4 games where I'll parlay the side and the total,
Okay, gotcha.
and then I'm gonna have that one big tease, baby. Don't be a tease.
We're always looking for that one big tease, so I
Yeah,
can't wait for
yeah.
that one, man. But yeah, so yeah, everybody like and subscribe to the channel. When we talk about these, we will put our picks out on the comments. Hope that everybody joins in and puts their picks out there, and yeah, let's see who does well. But I'm looking forward to the big tease. So
Come on.
there's nothing else, Dean. We'll see you. We'll do this again in a couple days. So all right,
That was great.
all right, man. Take care.